We're at the building site here in Onchan, which will be known as St Ninians Lower School. I'm having a chance to see how it's all going. It all should be signed off sometime in the summer, ready to open its doors to children in September. And this is the powerhouse of the school, the latest state-of-the-art gas boilers, which are going under test at the moment. Plus a heat exchange system, so nothing is wasted. These take heat from underground, from around the school, bring it in here, and that heat is used for the underfloor heating areas. Well, Richard, it's been a year, I think, since we were last here, looking around what is now going to be called St Ninians Lower School. We were referring to it as the Onchan School and other things before, but that's its official title.
That's right.
And it's fantastic from my point of view, looking back. For you, I don't know, tell me about it. What sort of experience has it been for you?
Oh, it's been a great experience. You know, it's been a long, winding road. It's been several years getting to this stage, but we now feel as though we're in the final push through to birth of the new school. Clearly, the contractor's got in the order of around about 3 or 4 months through to completion in early July. We'll then be ongoing with our own bespoke fit out of certain areas and bringing the school and its resources up to the site, ready for start of the new school operations in September.
So tell us about what is here, because I'm sure lots of mums, dads and the children are dying to see around this new complex.
Well, we've already been to see the science and technology area. Those areas are now fundamentally complete, and the great suite of laboratories that will provide students at the new school. We've been down into the sports complex, 2 fantastic new sports halls and a changing village, the wooden flooring about to go down. We're now here within the dining area, seating for in the order of 350 students at one sitting, be 2 sittings, and then the serveries and the kitchen area beyond.
Would we be right in saying this is all going to be state-of-the-art, the best that money can buy, or is it got to be brought in under a pretty strict budget?
Well, we've had a budget to work with, but clearly we've tried to do the best from within that budget and clearly future-proof the school into the future, because things change so much on a yearly basis within education. So it's making a provision that's not only good for September 2012, but for the next 50, 100 years, this school will be here for a long time.
So how many pupils is it designed to take?
At this stage, it's designed to take 800 in terms of class room capacity, and we envisage that there will be around about 700 on commencement in September, so there is room for growth from that point onwards. However, the core facilities have been designed for up to sort of 1,300 pupils on site, because we've got the ability to extend and provide an additional teaching block on this last land here to my left. We've got the ability to extend the main teaching block to provide further classrooms. So it's all been about making a provision for today, but also having the ability to expand and adapt into the future.
And we had a look at the behind-the-scenes area, and you're using modern technology to try and keep the costs down for running the school.
Yeah, we've been very focused on incorporating a technology where it's been appropriate to. So we've got a ground source heat pump, 200 kilowatts of heat will be brought into the building from below the ground, and that will be used then to heat the underfloor of the school. We've got a highly insulated building. We've very much focused on air leakage to make sure that what heat we are bringing into the school isn't leaking out. And actually there'll be air pressure leakage testing prior to completion of the building to ensure that we've achieved a good standard.
Do you get a chance for a dry run, as you like, before the children turn up on day one, to test everything is working?
Clearly we're going through a period of commissioning at the moment, and our works division are closely involved in that, because there's a lot of kit, a lot of plant that they'll then be taking over the running of. Equally, the school has been closely involved over the design process, so it's not as if they're coming up here on day one and it's a totally new experience for them.
This was what started 3 years ago with the budgeting, wasn't it? I mean, lucky, I suppose, looking back on things, that this sort of capital expenditure went through then, because it's probably not going to happen so easily now.
Well, I think there'd been a long-standing case for the replacement of the outdated Park Road facilities, but that coupled with the need to sustain the construction industry on the island, because clearly at that point, the future workload was starting to tail off. So I think those 2 factors aided us moving forward with this project when we did. And clearly, it was fortunate that we did move forward when we did, prior to the sort of further difficulties that have become apparent, both in the island and worldwide.
Finally, are you happy with everything? Because it's your baby, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's been a challenge, but I'll be most happy when, come September, I can come up here and see the children and the staff enjoying the facilities. That's ultimately what it's all about.